Just finishing strong, really. You don't want to go into the off season, 7, 8 months, 9 months, whatever it is, thinking about a loss. And those guys. I wasn't here last year with them, but I know those guys. That loss from Tulane last year was on their mind all season. So I definitely don't want to go through that with them again. It's just all about finishing strong and going into the off season with, I guess, momentum, heading to training and just continuing to get bigger and stuff like that. So for me, it's just all about finishing strong, and the team too.
How familiar have you become with Danton Lynn and the defense that they had at UCLA?
I watched quite a bit of film on the defense they ran at UCLA. I mean, obviously we played them the last game, so I was watching that game on the sideline, but I still went back and watched some of that film just to see how he used some of the guys that were in my position, like Latu and the twins that they had. Him just getting to know him a little bit better. He's a great guy. He's a great coach. He's going to be fun to work with, and it's going to be cool to see how he, I guess, puts his own twist on things.
What was there anything particularly that stood out about the way his guys did play last year?
I mean, he just moved around a lot. He let them, not really let them, but he kind of like showcased their talents through how he used them. And with that came different fronts, different packages and stuff like that. But like I said, it's gonna be fun to work with him.
In that vein, he seems to kind of emphasize versatility and guys who he can, keep on the field in a variety of situations, on a variety of downs. And, for you, what does that kind of motivate you to kind of grow as a player, heading into next year to fit into his scheme as best you can?
I mean, I feel like I fit within just about any scheme because I'm versatile, which is what you just said. He used a lot of guys in a versatile way. So for me, I just think really it's just about finishing this bowl game for one, and then obviously moving forward, getting more familiar with him, getting familiar with how he calls things. Basically, like when he would like to call this play, or when he would like to call this one, or when this package would come about. So all of that will come with time. Really, all it is chemistry. So.
How much have you gotten a chance to meet some of the other defensive assistants that just got hired recently too?
I met the cornerbacks coach, I believe. I haven't met the inside linebackers coach or linebackers coach. I haven't met him yet. But they seem like good guys based off of what I see or based on what I've read about them. Obviously, the coach from North Dakota State, I believe. I mean, he comes from a winning pedigree, so I'm sure he's going to be a hard-nosed coach. I'm sure he's going to, obviously lead those guys. And the same with the DB coach. He has a lot of great recommendations, and they wouldn't be here if they weren't. So I trust Coach Riley in that regard. And just bringing the best people in to get the job done.
A few weeks ago, Benny Wiley was just talking about kind of changing the focus of the strength program a little bit, and getting guys bigger on the line, kind of in accordance with Dan's vision and that sort of thing. I mean, do you see that kind of taking place? Is that sort of an exciting development for you guys up front? Do you feel like?
Yeah, for sure. That along with also bringing in people that are willing to not really change their bodies but get bigger and just grow, not only physically but like mentally as well. Because you could be big all day. You could be 6'5", 6'6", 290, but like you don't got that mental aspect. If you don't like know you're gonna win before you get on the field, or know that you're gonna dominate before you get on the field, all that size and speed don't really mean nothing. So, definitely we're excited for that over the summer or over the winter or summer, however you want to call it. And I trust Coach Wiley because he's getting us right already, and he's definitely going to bring it in the summer.
So two more. In terms of developing that kind of like mental aspect of knowing that you're going to win, like how do you guys kind of work on that? What kind of responsibility do the coaches have and kind of instill that?
It's just reps really, but it's also having belief in yourself. You wouldn't do your job if you didn't believe you could do it at a high level. Some people do though, but it's different. But I think with us as a whole, we just got to get better at just believing in ourselves, doing it for ourselves, and then doing it for one another. And I think the more we do that, the better off we'll be.
What did you gain this past year from Roy Manning and the coaching staff here?
What did I gain, you said?
Yeah.
I refined my game in many ways, just like when it comes to small details, like run game, something that I had to be better at. And I still can be a lot better. And really just how to practice the USC way. Like coming from Georgia State, no knock on how we practice there, but I just had different practice habits that weren't in line with how we practice here now. And that, would have impacted my performance in a different way had I not adjusted to it. So just being around Coach Manning and having him, tell me about that a lot, and then obviously being around this group of guys has helped my practice habits a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamil.